Lee, it's Monday.
It's Monday.
Yeah, we've just done some sprint planning, like we usually do. A bit of a long one this week, I think. We had a lot to talk about. But yeah, what are you doing?
Yeah, a bit of everything. Need to do a bit more finishing up on the DLC for the Cute Group that's coming out later this week. Also want to touch up the store page asset a bit as well because it's a bit of a colour clash with the text in the background. Other than that though, I think it's going to be a lot of testing for the Switch build. You're getting close to finishing your bug fixing.
Yeah, pretty much there.
Going to be testing that alongside having a play around with the joystick settings as well. See if we can sort of make those a bit more.
Yeah, that was your main bit of feedback, really, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was the it's a bit difficult to use the controllers to colour
So
it.
we'll see if we can do some of that.
No, but for me, I'm going to be a bit all over the place this week. So I'm going to be finishing off the bug fixing that Lee mentioned for Clone Pixels on Switch. There's mainly just one bug to do with the saving. The game locks up when saving. It's been a long-standing bug, but that just needs looking at. Hopefully I'll get that done today. Other than that, I'm going to be working on some hexceed stuff. So we've got Valentine's Day coming up next week.
Yeah.
Yep, I need to get a card. Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to add a little event for hexceed. So we're going to make the game look a bit more festive for the season. So we've got an event for Clone Pixels, so we're going to do the same for hexceed. Yeah, on hexceed, on the note of hexceed though, we've got some news. So we've had a quick meeting about what we're going to do for the future of hexceed. We looked at that poll that Lee's been sharing around Discord and stuff. And it turns out that most people want more hexceed, so that's what we're going to do.
We're going to approach the team to get a new year pass sorted out. That's what we've done last year, where we had a sorted year pass, we got all the DLC in advance, so we're getting that set up. And then we've got a loose plan of what DLC, how many DLC we're going to be adding this year. So
Yeah.
and then start working on picking out names and colours and stuff like that.
Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of setup to do with that. I think the plan is to do 6 DLC over 12 months. So like last year it was 12 DLC over 12 months, but we're going to slow the pace down a bit this time just to give us a bit of breathing room. So this guy doesn't go mad. You were seeing hexagons everywhere. Okay, so I think I've fixed the saving problem. It was just a small thing, it turns out. So this is the saving code that we've got. Yeah, this is the save manager we've got. This is basically the class that's in charge of saving and loading all the data for Clone Pixels on Switch. It turns out that it was just this line of code here that was causing the lockup. And for some of the large levels like this one, the lockup was just short of a second. So you can see it's quite a big issue where you just literally no input or anything would work. So yeah, I've just added this little bit of code into an asynchronous operation, and it seems to be working fine now. So basically the save, when you trigger a save, it'll do the complicated bit on another thread, and then once it's done, it'll carry on and save normally on the main thread. So yeah, I thought that was going to take a lot longer to fix, but thankfully this little bit was all that was needed.
Rob!
Lee?
It's Tuesday.
Correct.
Just done a stand-up. What are you doing today?
Yes, for me today it will be hexceed. So it's been a while since I've been working on that, so that's good that we're giving it some attention. The Valentine's event today. So I did make a start on it briefly yesterday, so I'm just going to finish it. Hopefully it shouldn't take too long. I know that I want to send it over to you so you can make like a GIF and stuff for the announcement. But yeah, other than that, I'm going to be starting on the year 2 pass of hexceed. So we've got a plan for like roughly when we want the dates and stuff, but there's a lot of Steam back-end stuff that needs setting up. We need to get a bundle set up for it as well. So there's a lot of boring, dull admin stuff that needs to happen. So I'll be doing that mainly. What about you anyway?
Yeah, so I'm going to be finishing up the Clone Pixels DLC. There's still 2 pictures left to test. I'm going to get that done. And then everything else that goes alongside that, so get the achievements prep, get the announcements put out as well, alongside announcements for Valentine's. So not just for hexceed, for Clone Pixels as well. I want to do a little sort of reminder announcement for anyone who doesn't know what the event is.
Yeah, it starts on the 10th, I think, 10th to the 16th. So.
Yeah, that's right. So that'll be most of my day. Also, you need to watch the YouTube video so I can get that uploaded as well.
Immediately forgot.
Yeah.
Literally reminded me like 2 minutes ago. You've already forgot.
Yeah, once that's been assessed, I'll get that uploaded and scheduled as well.
Good stuff. Yeah, so as you can see, hexceed is looking a little bit pink. That's because the Valentine event is done. Well, I hope it is anyway. I've just set my date forward a couple of days. So it should start displaying like this on Thursday, but today it's Tuesday, so a little bit early. Yeah, just a couple of small changes, making everything a bit more pink. I tried to make the walls look a bit like chocolate, because I know chocolate's a common gift for Valentine's Day. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it'll do. All of the bombs are now hearts. You see a little heart in the corner here. There are a few different types of hearts as well, just similar to the other events we've done. But yeah, it's alright. It's not the best event we've got, but it is still quite cool to have a festive update in. So yeah, I've been working on that. Another thing we're working on for Hexceed is the upcoming Year 2 Season Pass stuff. So you can see this top bit is looking a lot different, so we spread it, well, sort of like compacted it a bit, so it sort of goes up in a zigzag, sort of like that sort of pattern now. And that's just because we need more room, because we don't like having this scroll bar here really that much. If we can avoid it, then that'd be preferable. So you go all the way to the end, and then you get to Rimmer. And on basic resolutions like this, when the update goes live, this scroll bar won't be here at all now, because you'll be able to see all the levels in one go. Then as we start adding more DLCs with the new Season Pass, it'll reappear again. And yeah, I've just been adding all of the names to all of them and adding all the dates and stuff like that. Yeah, so we've got the Year 2 Season Pass here. And then we've got the 6 DLCs that we're going to add as well. We're going to try and do it odd months. So we're going to start next month and then skip a month and then the month after, so on and so on, until we're done. Yeah, I've sent a quick message off to Steam, just because to actually get the Season Pass to work, we do actually have to contact support so that it can add all of the DLCs under this Year 2 Pass DLC umbrella. But hopefully that should get resolved in the next few days, and then we should be able to just send this Year 2 Pass off.
So yeah, it's getting towards the end of the day now. I spent more time than I expected on Color Pixels testing. I've gone ahead and updated the images in the editor. Obviously haven't been put into the build yet, which is why we're seeing some pictures not finished. But these last 2 images, they took quite a bit of work to correct. I'm happy with them now, so it should be much more enjoyable to play, and shouldn't take quite as long as it took me. But yeah, pretty happy to finish up here. I've just gone ahead and made the GIF, which is of this picture here, it's the smallest one, so it's not spoiling much. And here's the finalized GIF. I made sure I run the GIF a few moments longer, just because you have the hearts in the background. Kept it with the Valentine's theme, because it's been released 3 days before Valentine's Day, and the theme of the book fits quite nicely with that as well. So I'm going to use that for promoting it, and yeah, hopefully that works well. All I have to do now is actually make the announcement post for Friday and get the achievements uploaded to Steam as well, which I'll be doing tomorrow.
Lee, what day is it? Wednesday. It's Wednesday, question mark? It's not Music Wednesday today though, because we've got the Rainbow Six Siege tournament on.
Yeah.
Yeah, how's your teams doing, Lee? Alright. Mine not. But yeah, what are you doing today?
Yeah, so a small task for cleaning up the DLC. So the actual DLC itself is finished. You need to make a bill for that.
Yes, I will, yeah.
Other than that, I'm just doing the achievements and the announcements. I'll just get that ready and scheduled for the rest of the week. We'll be doing some testing for the hexceed build we've done yesterday as well, just to make sure all the Valentine stuff is working as intended before we make that live. Other than that, I'm just going to be going on to doing some work on the spreadsheet. So there's the joystick configuration needs a bit of tweaking, see if we can get that to feel a bit nicer, and then just QA testing all the fixes you made as well. Last week, what it was.
Yeah. There's a few extra things that are in QA testing as well, but yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, as for me, I think the plan is for me to work on Who Shuffled My Ships now. So the idea is we're going to try and get it looking good, just in case there's an opportunity with Valve to do like a demo. So we want the game looking good as soon as possible, just in case. Yes, the first thing I'm going to be doing is adding rich presents. So I think that's pretty much implemented. There'll be a little bit more stuff to do later on, but for now it's a good enough job. The idea is just that when we're working on the game, people can see us in Discord, and it basically just gives them a bit of information about what we're doing. So if we're on the main menu here, go on Discord, click on me, see it's got this like little bit of info, it's got a little logo, it tells you where I am in the main menu. Now 20 seconds has elapsed, and if I actually go and click on a puzzle, then it'll update saying I'm unshuffling the 2x2 mirror cube, which is right. Yeah, it's just a little thing that people quite like, so we thought that we would do it first just to get a bit of exposure for the game, because me and Lee are both at the top of the Discord all the time, so we can see what we're working on. So yeah, just a little bit of fun.
Okay, it's in the afternoon now. Spent the morning getting the achievements prepped and uploaded, and they're all working, as you can see here. The test went through fine. As well as that, all the announcements are ready as well. So there's the announcement scheduled for Friday when the DLC is getting released, and the little extra on the bottom just promoting who shuffled my shapes as well, just sort of get people on to the store page, just because we haven't actually announced it properly yet. That's something we're doing next week, just so that the actual announcements don't clash with the DLC announcement. But yeah, that's ready. I quickly tested hexceed as well with the Valentine's effect. There's only one minor change, but now I'm going to be going on to doing some tweaks and testing for the Switch build. So I need to play around with the sensitivity of the joystick and just try and get that to feel a bit nicer. So I've been doing a bit of trial and error with the cursor changes, and I'm quite happy with where it's at for the time being. All I've really done is mostly change the time it takes for acceleration to get to max speed. The max speed is pretty much where it was already at to start with, so quite happy with the change. It does seem to make a decent bit of difference. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to play through the game again, checking all the things that Rob's corrected and changed. I'm going to be doing more stuff with the controller instead of using the touchscreen, just so I can sort of get a better feel of it as I'm actually playing the game. And yeah, we'll see how we get on.
Okay, so I think Discord's all working now. So I've moved on to doing some work on the background and UI stuff, because this at the moment is just looking awful. Mainly the UI stuff, and that's really what we need to be touching up first. So yeah, I've had a quick change of background. So before it was sort of like this, just this solid color, but now I've got a bit more texture to it. Yeah, we're quite pleased. It's the first time we've actually like tried to do like a non-solid color background. Basically how it works is we've just got this like really small asset, just a 4x4 pixels thing, and we're just stretching that across the whole screen, and then Unity blends all the different colors together to get this nice sort of like, yeah, blotchy effect, which is quite cool. Yeah, we're quite pleased with it, so we're gonna try and stick with it and see how we get on with it at the moment. But the next thing I'm gonna do is try and sort out this main menu. So originally we had the idea to have basically just like, instead of the text for each of these cubes have a picture of the cube. So like the base cube would just have like a picture of something like this, but on that button, and then that going across all of these. But we don't think that this sort of like scroll bar is going to look good in the end, and it just takes up too much room on the screen and stuff like that. So what we're going to opt to do instead is get rid of this, and then basically just have like a button either side, left and right, that you press, and then it'll just basically cycle between the go between the next one. Think of it almost like you're swiping between pictures on your phone. That's what we're going to go for, and hopefully it will give the illusion that all of them are loaded at once, but they won't be.
Okay, a little bit of a sidetrack. I've gone through testing, and I spotted some of the images had crazy high color palettes or color counts. Specifically on this picture here, I noticed now it's got 3, but it was showing like something like 44 or something like that. I had a little look into what was going on, and it looks like the images, because we had to do a re-import of all the images in order to make some corrections to some of the pictures. And the setting here where we have compression set to none, that's default set to normal compression. That's just a Unity sort of way of processing stuff, I believe. But Rob has put this in so we can change the settings. All the images are being compressed by Unity, which is why it was then affecting the color palette of the actual image. So I'll go through and correct that. As you notice, I've been clicking around here. It's a bit laggy, to say the least, when changing this. So it's took me quite some time to get that fixed. But I've gone ahead and I've corrected all those, and now run a new build and the images are correct again. So I can carry on with the testing. I made a couple of notes so far. Mostly it's fine. Some minor things with the single controller, and just most of them just notes, no real bugs really. So it's going well so far, but it's gonna be a case of going through every single thing here and just double checking that everything seems to be working as designed. So yeah, it's quite a lot to go through, but I'll get it done and we'll see how we get on after that. Morning, Rob.
Morning, Lee.
It's Thursday. Remember what day it is today?
Yeah. Premeditated.
Yeah. Wasn't stressing about that on the way in. We just had our stand up. What are you doing today?
Yeah, so for me, it's mainly going to be working on Who Shuffle My Shapes. So mainly we're talking about like what we want to do for the UI, how we're going to overhaul it. I'm going to be working on that, so like hopefully get some animations in so you can swipe between the different puzzles. Don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'll work it out. Other than that, I've just been messaging Steam support and all stuff to do with the year 2 pass for hexceed as well, so I'm going to try and get that sorted, fingers crossed. But yeah, UI.
Very good. Yes, so for me, currently waiting for the Switch to charge. I forgot to plug it in last night. So before I do anything on the Switch, I'm going to be making some announcement posts just because the Valentine's events for Hexceed and Current Pixels both start today. I'm going to be testing the Hexceed one again really quickly after the minor change you made yesterday. But yeah, just get some announcements posts out for both of those, and then after that, going on to doing some Switch QA testing again. Continue to that list, and then just play through the whole game, which shouldn't take long, I'm sure.
Like 2 weeks work.
Yeah, it's a bit after lunch now. I've made the posts live for the Hexceed update, mostly describing the Valentine's update, a bit of a gift there, and the patches at the bottom. I've also thrown a bit on about what we're planning on doing with the year 2 pass, because that hasn't been announced yet until now. So that's up there at the top. Took a few iterations to make sure the tone was right, but happy with that now, and that's spread across the likes of Twitter, Discord, and everything else. But yeah, happy with that. There's been enough time now for the Switch to charge, so I'm going to go on to actually testing this again now. Probably need to plug it into the PC again, but yeah, going to play through this and do some more QA testing. It's a bit later on now, it's about 20 past 4. I've just been going through colouring in the marine life book, as you can see, I'm missing. That's because I've finished all the images. So one of the things that was broken last time was the colour of the book. On the left there, didn't update when you finished the book, and this time it's completely been removed, which is a bit odd based on the fact that the hide completed books setting isn't included in this build. It's not something we need for the Switch. So that's something that we need to certainly be addressing. So definitely worth putting in the effort to get the whole book tested, because that's something that we wouldn't want to go through to the main or the live build.
Okay, so the UI has been completely overhauled. It's been a really busy day. I've just been working flat out. I feel like I've made tons of progress though. So as you can see, the UI looks completely different. I've actually got assets for it now. These little buttons, they're very similar to ones we've got in Hexceed, where you sort of like hover over and it dips a bit. I've done it all in Inkscape as well, so it's all vector assets, which is really nice. So it gives it a nice crisp look. And yeah, I've just been spending loads of time implementing all of this swooping between the levels, which I think's worked out really well. It's a bit slow, but it needs to move the image to the side, load the next cube, which is probably going to take a while with like save files and stuff and things like that. Then it has to push it back in, so it's not that bad considering. And yeah, we're really pleased with it. It does look a bit childish overall, the UI, so we'll have to see how we feel about that, but generally, yeah, we're quite happy. Then when you click play, of course, it zooms in a little bit further to show you that you can interact with them. Oh, you shouldn't be able to do that. Oh well. Yeah, there's just a couple things left to do to make it look a bit more presentable, so we probably want some UI to indicate progress on the levels and stuff like that. And these 2 buttons at the top here, the settings and the credits button, just don't work. When you click on them, the UI just turns off, and then you're stuck. But yeah, really pleased with the progress today. Okay, so Lee isn't in today, he's taking a day off. So he's basically left me a bunch of stuff to be looking at for Colour and Pixels on the Switch. So I've been going through this list that he's made. I sort of like split out the feedback from the bugs that actually need addressing, and I've just been going through and tackling them one by one. A couple of them I'm a bit unsure about, and the main thing that needed addressing, which isn't actually listed here, is the controller. We basically need to get this controller stick feeling good, and at the moment it just doesn't. So I've changed a couple of things. So now when you go left and then right, the change in direction is immediate, whereas before it had to like wind down and then wind back up. And yeah, I'm not 100% sure on it. But it is better than it was before. I think it just might be taking too long to get to speed. But we'll see. We'll see. It is changed a little bit, so hopefully you'll be able to have a look at that on Monday. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me today. I think I'm going to quickly have a look at localizations, see if I can get sent off the remaining localization tables. But yeah, just a quiet day for me. Okay, so it's the weekend. It's been a pretty big week this week. We've got tons and tons of stuff done. For me, I started off the week working on the Valentine's event for Hexceed. So there was a whole update that needed pushing out. We've made a start on the year 2 pass stuff as well. A lot of like behind the scenes type of things for that. Started getting it working with Steam as well. So that's all good. That update should be out. The event's running from the 10th to the 16th of February, and that's just a recurring yearly thing, so that should just be it. So yeah, hopefully people enjoy that. But other than that, I've been working on Clone Pixels on Switch quite a lot this week. So a lot of it's just been bug fixing really. So there were a couple of bugs at the start of the week that I wanted to just sort of like make sure they were fixed. Other than that, I've been working on it quite a lot today. But yeah, we're getting there, we're getting close. I think Lee needs to do one more QA pass, and then I think we'll be there. Obviously, Clone Pixels on Switch as well, I've resubmitted the localization tables off to the company that's going to translate all of the game for us. Thanks again to the community for that one, because they have really by giving us that head start on the translations is really saving us tons of money. So thank you so much to the people in Discord who helped us out with that. But other than that, I've been working on Who Shoved My Shapes as well, so it's good to get working on that again. It's been quite a few weeks now, but yeah, it's looking good. So we've got Discord integration working now. We've got their rich presence thing, so now when me and Lee are actually working on the game, it'll pop up in Discord saying that we're playing the game and what we're doing. So that's nice. Hopefully people will notice that. But mainly it's just been an UI overhaul, so the game like menus look completely different now, a lot more professional as well. But yeah, we'll see how they are. There's still a lot more work to do in that space, but it's a really good head start on that, so that's good. But yeah, Lee's been busy as well. He's been very busy. He's off today, as you know, but the start of the week he's been very busy. So he's started the week by working on Clone Pixels, the DLC that's dropping tonight, the Cute book. So he had a couple more levels to sort of like finish off the sort of like larger levels at the end of the DLC. He had to play through those again, fix them, play through them all again, just to make sure they were looking good. But yeah, that's all done. He's also sorted out the achievements, all the announcement posts, all of that. There's an awful lot that needs doing for every book. He's dusted all of it, so that's good. As I said, that DLC will be dropping tonight, so if you haven't got it already, then check it out. I've got my alarm set, I hope. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think I've got my alarm set. So yeah, I'll be pressing the button later tonight. But yeah, he's also been working on Clone Pixels on Switch, so he's been using the Switch on his PC, which is the first time I think we've done it, which is quite good. So he's just been able to like run builds, make slight changes, run builds, which has been great. But yeah, a lot of QAing, so he's been testing all of the fixes that I put in last week, telling me that I haven't fixed some of them. Just great. He's also been doing some additional QA on top of that, so he's actually found a bunch more stuff that weren't addressed the first time. So he's been really thorough, which is great. If the game's going to be really good. So yeah, like I say, I think we might need one more additional pass. Obviously, Lee needs to check stuff that I've done today, and then there's still a couple of additional things to do with the controller tweaking and stuff. He did spend some time on that, so he's been trying to finally. Yeah, make the controller cursor satisfying as possible and as easy to control as possible. But it is quite a difficult task, so he did spend some time doing that. Fortunately, there were some code changes needed, but yeah, it is looking good. Yeah, so that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Thanks to all people in Discord, especially those who helped us with the localizations. That you've been an absolute lifesavers for us, honestly. Thanks to the people on Patreon. We've got another one, I think, this week, which is great. Thank you so much. Check out the Cute Pack if you haven't already got it. It should be released last week as of this video coming out, but it's always just going to be around, so please check that out. And if you haven't already, check out Who Shuffled My Shapes. That's on Steam now, so please go on the web page. The link will be in the description. Have a little wish list.
you should get an email if there's any more information about it or when it comes out. So please check that out. Thanks. Bye.